Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with PapaJohick, the greatest mediocre player in all of Warzone. Didn't know that, did you? Here I am. So today we are talking about weapons, long-range meta. Obviously there is one out there. It is called the RPK. It is simple to use. It does kill pretty darn fast. It's getting quite annoying, to be honest. Boring and annoying, because everybody's using the same thing. We are now back to where we were with the issues of Warzone 1 with metas controlling all of Battle Royale. So, I went on an adventure to try to find something new, something fun, but still kills relatively quickly, if not better than the RPK, but also still manageable. Now, we've seen some videos out there, some people tweeting that there could be a new meta on the horizon, and that would be called the Cast-Off 762, possibly the TAC 56, maybe even the TAC V. We're going to take a look at all of those, really. Maybe not TAC 56 because it's actually not very good, especially once you get outside of 25-ish meters. So we're not going to look at that today. But we are going to look at another LMG that some of y'all probably have not looked into. Now, I love LMGs. I'm a big LMG user. And I just haven't been able to find one that I like using. The Sakin's fun. Sakin? How do you say it, huh? Sakan. Um, that's fun. The HCR is just not good. And the RAL is just slow and annoying, but it does kill very, very fast. So, we're looking at things to use, right? Like, if you're not using... I mean, the Icarus is nice, but it's also very much garbage. So today, I'm introducing one that you may not have thought of using, and that would be the Rap H. Okay? So sit back, look at some of these builds, and I will explain why I am actually thinking of using one, if not all of these, depending on the situation. Follow along, won't you? The builds. First, with the 762. Cast-Off 762. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Tuning, I will put up at some point. Most people know how to tune. If you do not, you know what? Here it is. Screenshot. Yes. Okay. Screenshot. Yeah. With this specifically, using the barrel instead of an under barrel is because this actually gives you a good amount of recoil. Although it does hurt aim down sight a little bit. Whereas the under barrel, it just doesn't do as good a job as this barrel. Because this gives us bullet velocity, and unfortunately with the ARs, the bullet velocity is garbage. So we need bullet velocity as well as recoil control, and this barrel does that. Alright, high velocity ammunition. Again, we go away from bullet velocity here, even though we want it, because it's not a huge difference, and unfortunately there's nothing out there that's telling us how much this is actually changing things. So I'd rather go with something that I can see, which is the recoil steadiness, versus hoping it gives me a ton more bullet velocity, but apparently it's very, very minuscule. But here we do go damage range versus recoil smoothness. If you do need that much recoil smoothness, by all means, and you want to use this gun, by all means, go down. You're gonna notice that though. I played around with this one. I did notice a difference in terms of hit reg and all that. 40 round mag, and then the flinch resistance far all the way up. Next gun, TAC V. So here it is. Screenshot. Okay, TLR8. This is almost all the way up. And again, I'm trying to get you guys the build. I know you probably want to see why I'm actually getting here, but like I don't want to be those guys who like save the build to the very end. If you guys want to just build these how I have it built out and test for yourself, not watch the rest of what I'm seeing, then that's great and that's fine. I understand. So, just trying to get this stuff to you first and up front, because we're already like 5 minutes in. Some people's attention span is not even that long. So, you guys at least know what the guns are if you didn't make it this far. So here it is, the underbarrel, lock grip precision 40 versus the F-Tac Ripper 56. I will show you the differences in terms of what I see in the recoil from that little gate to the door. Right. One thing I didn't know is actually this is not the same. So depends on the gun. Apparently. Now we have the RPK, which most people know the RPK. It's it's here. I just did this so that way I have something to compare it to. All right. So there are the builds. Hope you like them. Now let's get here. Let's get into the firing range. We're gonna do the RPK first. Oops, sorry. RPK. Again, not really getting. So again, not super hard. It's pretty much up and to the left a little bit. There is a jump there, and that does change, obviously, because you have, I guess, random recoil, as people have found out. So here's the cast-off 7.62. It's, again, it's pretty straight, pretty easy to use, actually, in terms of just general recoil control. Of course, it didn't hit because it was still raising. But, alright, so here's the TAC V. I go with no scope on this. Why? Because I need all the recoil help I can get. This one's a little tougher, for sure. And, of course, the visual's tough because of the smoke. But alright, so let's take a look at what it's like on the door. So it bounces up pretty quickly, then it kind of settles down. There's that. But now for what everybody wants, I guarantee everybody wants to see what the wrap is like. So here we are. Not too shabby. Now let's see what it looks like in terms of, we're going to squat and try to get this one kind of low. Alright, that started encroaching on, we did roughly 50 bullets. And it's not that bad. It's up. It does have a weird little middle thing, but it's not terrible, right? So there are those, and I mean, pretty manageable. All right, yeah, pretty manageable. All right, so here we are. Oh, well, I was hoping that these would disappear if I backed out. So, let's see. Here's the wrap. Correct. That's with the lock grip. Here it is with the F-Tac Ripper 56. Really not a huge difference if you look at those. This one may have a little bit sharper of a left to right, but it's still doing it. Play with it, play with it outside of this. I mean, I feel like the aim down sight is a little bit slower with this thing, which I believe sim.gg says that. Again, we're getting ready to hop over to sim.gg, see the difference between the two. Alright, so now we are on sim.gg. Again, link below if you guys do not know about this website. They data mine all this information. They are still working on some things. Like I said, hipfire stats are missing, and I'm hoping once they get that done, we will really see the difference in terms of what is in the code of the game, in terms of difference between the attachments that are supposed to be helping hipfire and the attachments that are just normal gun kick and view kick, because that's all they're listing right now, as we can see, right? And if we go to, say we go here, so sorry, let's put the actual sight on here, right? So that way we know the true aim down sight and all that other stuff. So if we go to Lockwood Grip, and then we go up to the F-Tac Gripper. The F-Tac actually it has 0.05, 0.03, 0.04, 0.03 less help, right, in terms of recoil, as they stated on here. Whether or not that is, actual recoil when we're aiming down shooting, I don't know. Again, those, as you saw in the fire range, it didn't seem to be that big of a difference between the two. So who knows? At longer ranges, it actually could be a huge thing. And again, I'm going to be playing with these a lot more as we continue to play and learn um, on this game. You know, probably have to play some DMZ a little bit on my own, find somewhere to do that, and then just exfil and keep doing that over and over and over. That's probably what I'm going to do. Um, I'm sure that's how some people are already doing it. I just I don't want to do that. There's too many people out there being weird DMZ. But that's okay. So again, there's the differences, right? Also, with the F-Tech Ripper, you slow down forward movement speed, strafe speed, and your ADS strafe speeds, right? So strafe, left to right, ADS and regular, and of course your forward movement speed, which is not your sprinting, just normal walking forwards. So the F-Tech Ripper does hurt that. Um, so again, I will probably go with the lock grip for now, unless we find out something a little bit different. But let's look at these on paper TTKs and why the wrap could be the new meta, especially for people who have typical no trouble with recoil control. All right, so here we are. We are with the 3 plates, as you can see down here, and of course Tech V just killing it, man. The Tech V is insane. The recoil is kind of tough to control, especially once you get out. But if again, I mean, that's going to be like the original AMAX, right? AMAX was pretty hard to use outside of certain distances, but my goodness, it just killed. Everybody's talking about the 7.62 being the AMAX. This is kind of like post nerf AMAX, right? Good. Okay, maybe not post second nerf, maybe the post original nerf, right? It's good, but it wasn't as good as it was in the original get go. And again, 7.62 is good. It does a good job. It kills just as well as the RPK, and actually does it for a long, for more distance. RPK drops off pretty early, whereas the sorry, my cat's seeing another cat outside, and she's got to protect the household. You know what I'm saying? And 7.62 does it for a little bit longer. TAC V does the same distance as a 7.62, but way faster. I mean, we're looking at, and this is headshots, obviously. Let's go down to chest shots. Chest shots, Wrap H and TAC V, very similar. TAC V will do it for a farther out distance, but again, as you get out here in that 45-meter range, that TAC V is not going to be very easy to control. I tried. Actually, I've been using it for the past 2 days in Warzone, and the TAC V outside, once you get up to that like 40 meter range, again, I'm not the best with recoil control. Some of y'all just, it looks like y'all have some type of, cheats. I'm just kidding. Some of y'all are just really good at controlling that recoil, and if you are, TAC V is going to be really good for you, and you're going to love it. It's going to feel very nice. Bullet velocity on it is actually pretty darn good as well. I believe, all right, about the same as cast off. I mean, you got 7 milliseconds difference. You're not going to notice that on the get go. Wrap H and RPK, all LMGs once they build out have over 1,000. Which again, this game a lot slower than previous games, right? That's why some people are like, why is this hit reg all weird? Why do I feel like my bullets aren't hitting? Like, what's going on? And actually, JGod mentioned that in another video previously, and I believe so has True Game Data and Iceman's Isaac and a few different people. So again, obviously I watch a lot of these because I love the information. So I watch a lot of those guys who give this information out. I just want to see maybe if I can help in that space as well. But so now let's go to kill probabilities, right? So we're looking at TTK. These are all nice and dandy. These are if you're hitting all these shots. Like if you're hitting all headshots, yes, you're gonna do it. And this is gonna be literally like two bullets. I think it is 3 bullets fully plated. If you hit all headshots or something, it's absolutely insane. I haven't actually been over to True Game Data's website in a while. I don't know how far he's gotten in terms of doing this. I know he's been working very, very hard. Check him out for sure. That dude is insanely gifted at doing this type of stuff. It's crazy. But here we are. So we're here at kill probabilities, all right? How likely are we able to get that fast TTK and at the distance? So this is, I believe this is their version of like what True Game Data was like the hit marker or like hit percentages. So this is kind of like a combination of hit percentages, right? Um, I believe that's what it is. So we are at 25 meters. Let's up that to about 35. I think that's a pretty common distance right now in terms of how when you're gonna engage somebody in an actual gunfight. Sure, you'll see people off in the distance. You're trying to pick them off, but this here, like, I think when we are engaging another team and like going back and forth, this is pretty typical, if not a little bit less. So in terms of this, the Rap H is still doing it very, very well. Average time to kill with a combination of hits. What drops off, as you can see, that RPK goes all the way up there to 600. Cast off all the way up there, up to like 600. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the information presented to you today. I know it's a little bit longer of a video, but hopefully you're able to sit back, relax, watch, learn, and see that there is other weapons we can use at the long range instead of just constantly using the RPK. If you did like this, please, 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 it helps. Give a big thumbs up, a little bit of a like to the video. Maybe leave some comments. Tell me your thoughts on what you think could be the meta, whether or not you've tried these builds, and if you do like them, or if I'm just full of garbage. I'm okay to be, pointed out. Uh, hey, give a sub if you want to see more content like this. Hit that little bell icon. Share with your friends. I'm trying to do more and more of this informational type video. I love this stuff, and I hope to get better at it. And of course, I've got funnies coming out here and there throughout the week, shorts and regular little montages. So if you want to see a little bit goofier side of me, definitely hit those up. Feel free to check through the channel. And guess what? I hope you guys find your positive, look for a reason to smile, and I'll catch y'all next time.